Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What If Naruto Was the Ultimate Uchiha Part 2. I'm not going to drag this intro, I'm just going to say I hope you do enjoy. Quitting is still in the picture. I'm going to let you know actually. Might not, I might do, depends really. Depends on my future ideas work out. Oh no, let's jump straight back into it. Last time we left off, Naruto used the Nine-Tails Foot Chakra to absolutely beat the hell out of Mitsuki. Because he tricked him, and I mean when they beat the hell out of him, Mitsuki's dead. Like dead. But then Naruto passed out because he overused his chakra and woke up in hospital, with Minato waiting there for him. But we're going to have a little time skip of like 2 hours. Naruto's out of the hospital. He has black hair, by the way. You guys voted on that in the comments. He has black hair and blue eyes, and he's an Uchiha, but he still goes by Naruto Uzumaki. And Naruto is rushing as he remembers the promise he made Sasuke to have a fight with him the day after. And he gets to the training ground 10 minutes late. Everyone is there waiting for him. And says Naruto is always normally early, never late. And when he shows her, Sasuke screams at him, "How can you be late? You promised!" And then Naruto immediately tells him, "Shut your shut the hell up, bruv. I was late because I was in hospital." Sasuke immediately panics, saying, "You're in hospital, you're right." And Naruto tells him to shut up, stop being a pansy, and just get on with the fight. Ino's going to be the referee, by the way. Ino's the referee who's going to decide when someone wins or loses. It begins. Both of them rush at each other. Sasuke has his Sharingan activated, but he's only at one Tomoe in each eye. And he got this through constant training. But neither of them activated their Sharingan yet. 1 second. So guys, someone's bare heavy footed in my house, and I don't know when you're recording. When someone's recording, you shut up. You don't go down the entire stairs. Oh, I can't wait to move out of this house. I'm not even joking, guys. Anyway, back on topic. They begin. They rush at each other and keeping out taijutsu to begin with. Naruto, of course, is superior to Sasuke, but that does not mean at all that Sasuke is weak and terrible. If Naruto lets his guard down, Sasuke will get a decent hit on him. But unknown to Naruto, Sasuke's been training in secret. It's actually using his Anbu connections got Sasuke to actually train with Might Guy. So Sasuke's taijutsu is actually on par with Naruto, if not greater. And this has thrown Naruto off completely. As what he was expecting to be an easy fight, he's actually getting hurting. Well, he's landed, I'd say, roughly about 2 solid hits on Sasuke. Sasuke's landed about 10 on him. Seeing this, Naruto gets aggravated, and for some reason this emotion links to his power, which we know happens to Uchiha, and his power flares for a second, and he ducks beneath Sasuke, and with his eyes glowing red, not a Sharingan, they were just glowing red, not Kurama either, he decks Sasuke hard in the stomach. Sasuke flies back, and he's holding the stomach. He coughs up, spit and everything, but he slowly stands back up, holding the stomach. Quickly getting over this pain, he gets ready to fight again. What was that? Naruto's movements had increased, he got harder, he got stronger. Sasuke, of course, thought this meant Naruto's been holding back the entire time. Naruto himself was confused, but he ignores this. They decide to amp it up. They both activate their Sharingan. This, of course, gives Naruto an advantage, because he has a 3 Tomoe Sharingan, while Sasuke is just at 2. just at 1 in each eye. But this doesn't discourage Sasuke, and he rushes at Naruto. Just like before, Sasuke's abilities were over Naruto's in taijutsu at least. And they made a deal not to start with jutsu unless it gets serious. Like they're both, their fight's dragging out. This is just a fight to see who's physically stronger. And even with his Sharingan activated, he's still finding it hard to keep up with Sasuke. That's until he feels a weird burning sensation in his eye and he actually yells at it. This catches Sasuke off guard as he sees something's wrong, but this is a fight. Naruto, somebody taught him, even if your opponent seems hurt, you go through till that you win. So he follows through with a punch. But Naruto, for some reason, he can hear, "That's it, Naruto, I'm gonna get you." And something tells him that he's gonna get a punch straight at his face, and he ducks out the way. Keep in mind that he's holding his eyes now, he shouldn't have been able to see this. This confuses everyone. And Naruto rubs his eyes as the burning feeling fades. His vision seems clearer, more adapt, better perception. And he can find something weird. He can hear everyone's thoughts in like a radius of him. Like some people who are farther back, he can't hear theirs. But I'd say everyone in like a 10-meter radius, he can hear their thoughts. But Naruto is the ultimate Uchiha. Normally, if this was another way, I'd make this hard for him to control. But he just sort of knows how to narrow it down. And when I mean he can hear their thoughts, it's more of a like, it's not the entire thing. He can hear parts of it. But when he focuses on someone like in his direct eyesight, he can hear everything. But also, he can know what they're about to do. And he hears Sasuke's entire plan. Rush at Naruto, hook. When he ducks down, knee his face. And then spin kick him and end it with a hidden lotus. Naruto has no clue what the hidden lotus is, but he's prepared for the rest of it. He's in battle, he's been trained by his father, no matter what, you're always battle ready. So even if you're absolutely terrified of what's about to happen, you're battle ready. And as such, Sasuke rushes at Naruto, and before his fist is even in full rotation, Naruto dodges out the way. He only needed to know one move to finish this fight, as that is how great of a ninja he is. As soon as he dodges and weaves, knowing what Sasuke is going to do, he's in the perfect position. He sends a bunch of chakra to his hand, like Sakura and Tsunade does, but he has a very flimsy grasp in it to make himself stronger. And he full speed, full power, pelts Sasuke's chin, knocking him out. Everyone who saw this was confused, as this fight ended a lot quicker than they thought it would. And it almost seemed like Naruto didn't touch him, he just hit the perfect spot, with his Sharingan of course, that's a perk. And the fight was over. Naruto was declared the winner, and as he got home from the day, of course he took Sasuke home and that, and Itachi congratulated him, but as he got home, Minato was waiting there with a smile on his face. Naruto with his Sharingan activated, I told you, he sometimes keeps it activated when he wants. Read his father's mind straight away, and all you can hear is, time to teach him the Flying Rajan. Hearing this, before Minato even speaks, says, "You're gonna teach me the Flying Rajan?" Minato's confused, and he's like, how did you know? Of course, Naruto, always known to keep your special moves, like your hidden abilities, to yourself, says, well, you did tell me if I passed my exam first place, you'd teach me your strongest jutsu, and I assume that is what it is. And, yeah, Minato immediately says, well, I should have guessed you'd figure it out, knowing you, Naruto. Correct. I'm going to teach you the best jutsu in my arsenal. And not the team, by the way, they suck. Minato opens up the scroll, explaining the Flying Rajan, and Naruto with his Sharingan immediately understands it. He places his hand on the wall, before Minato even gets to explain the concept, and his own version of the Flying Rajan still's there, and he runs out of the house and teleports back to it. Minato's just baffled at this, and thinks, how? That technique took me hundreds of days to finally grasp and figure out, and you did it in mere seconds. And Naruto says, well, I am your son, Dad. The next generation has to at one point surpass the old. And Minato smirks and says, I guess you're right. Don't know why I'm confused, I should be proud. And he fist bumps Naruto saying, well done. A week passes and the academy's giving out the teams. Naruto gets announced Team 7. Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki and Sakura Haruno. Keeping them the same team, guys. Of course, everyone else gets their teacher, and they get given Kakashi Hatake and Itachi Uchiha as a supervisor, or like a assistant teacher, like we get in school. 1 second. People don't know how to shut up! Sorry about that, guys. Yet again, I don't even know you can hear it in the video. But the one thing I asked in this house, when I'm recording, be quiet. But no one listens to it. I know if any of these guys who are watching this make YouTube videos, you know how frustrating this is. But what annoys me more, they all say they're quiet. Which if you're not going to be quiet, at least just admit it. Anyway, getting off topic. Well, I'm not going to go on around. So yeah, they have Itachi as like a assistant sensei, basically. And that was at Itachi's request, wanted to supervise Naruto and Sasuke, as it's rare for two Uchihas to be on the same team in this day and age. But with that, what's it called? Kakashi was an hour late, and Naruto did the same prank, but it's way better this time. It's like it's a rubber, and then when it will let, and if Kakashi manages to catch it and let his guard down, a massive bucket of water will drop in his head, and he falls for it and gets soaked. Kakashi with this smiles a bit like, just wait till your exam, I'm sending you back to the academy. And Naruto just laughs it off. He knows Kakashi, as Minato being Kakashi's sensei, they've met a few times. And Naruto can understand that this is sort of a joke but sort of isn't, as he can see the vein bulging. Anyway, they go to the field. We're not going to have that, you need to wait till 1 AM, oh you're going to be sick and don't need breakfast. They go straight to the field. And they get told blah blah, they don't pass, they get sent back to the academy. And he specifies, even you Naruto, being the 4th Hokage's son doesn't get you away with it. Naruto smacks and says, I wouldn't have it any other way. When he gets told when Kakashi told them they should probably run, only Sakura runs, but Naruto and Sasuke already told her the plan. She only has one job and not to mess it up. But it's Sakura. And Naruto and Sasuke stay. This intrigues Kakashi, as normally everyone listens to him and they don't use teamwork at all. But not these two. As he says begin, they both rush at Kakashi, throwing hands with him, bro. They both have their Sharingan activated. Kakashi's actually quite impressed at the level of taijutsu in these two. As in that week, Naruto also started training with Might Guys partly, but also on his own. And he has a little conversation with Kurama, but nothing massive. But each time they warm up a bit. They're throwing hands, and Naruto decides he wants to practice his abilities from earlier. He focuses chakra into his eyes more and more, and this time he doesn't get a burning feeling, and he hears Kakashi's fall. So these two kids aren't that bad. And he just hears the straight punch, grab, slam on their back, stamp, go underneath the ground and grab. But the first one is overhand. And before it happens, Naruto yells, Sasuke, overhead! And Sasuke, looking up, sees Kakashi's body ready to rotate. This catches Kakashi off guard as he swings with the overhand, of course, and they both dodge it perfectly. Then Naruto says, Sasuke, jump and kick! Just as Kakashi's body was getting for the spin leg sweep. So they easily dodge over it and they kick the side of Kakashi's head. They both hit their land just to see Kakashi's fist blocking both of them. That's when Naruto hears Kakashi's plan change. Okay, grab their hands and then slam them. Naruto, not being able, no, Sasuke wouldn't be able to get out in time, does hand signs. Wingale palm. And he launches him and Sasuke backwards just before Kakashi to grab them. They both whip out kunai and both rush back. Kakashi is confused. No, again, he should be able to move like this. It's like they know what he's thinking. And Naruto has the perfect plan set out, so they put it into action. He sends a shadow clone at Kakashi without Kakashi knowing, and that starts keeping blows. As long as he can dodge with predicting Kakashi's move, he'll be fine. And that's what he's doing. Even though it's a shadow clone, it hasn't been destroyed even once. And this is very aggravating to Kakashi, as although he's getting blows in Sasuke, this one brat, even though he's the 4th Hokage's son, he shouldn't be this good. And he just cannot get a blow on him. It's like Naruto knows what he's going to do next. Until finally the shadow clone faults on purpose and Kakashi slashes it with a kunai. Meant to only give it a little gash, but it poofs. That's when Kakashi realises, oh, it was a shadow clone. And Sasuke, with this small second of distraction, gets a time to lunge with his kunai right at the back of Kakashi's head. Kakashi, not expecting any of this, creates a shadow clone, which he was not planning to do at all. He was planning to not use any jutsu, to grab Sasuke's hand. But Naruto launching himself with that Boruto, what he does with the Wingale palm, right at Kakashi. Kakashi barely blocked this in time and actually gets grabbed both Naruto and Sasuke, holding him in a grip. And that's when Sakura comes in, imbuing all her chakra into this kunai. As she has decent chakra control, which we know from canon, she chucks it, and at full speed, it actually hits the shadow clone holding Sasuke. This impresses Kakashi the most. He already decides that they passed, as they've used teamwork like he demanded. And Sasuke, instead of going the bells, swings for a kick at Kakashi holding Naruto. Due to this, Kakashi has to block, letting go of Naruto for 1 second. And instead of trying to get away, Naruto wraps around Kakashi's arm, so he couldn't use it. And the other one is blocking against Sasuke. And Sasuke wraps around that one as well. That's when it happens. 3 shadow clones of Naruto bust out the ground. 2 of them holding onto Kakashi's leg, and the other one rips away the bells. And with that, they pass. With teamwork and being the first team ever to successfully steal the bells. After this, I'm rushing through. They get given a 2-week rest period where Naruto and Sasuke just train relentlessly with Might Guy. And Might Guy even introduces the concept of 8 gates to Naruto and Sasuke, but Sasuke couldn't really grasp it. But Naruto is on the verge of breaking through the first one. And that's when they finally get given their mission. Due to it being the 4th of Hokage, he understands Naruto's capabilities, and although he doesn't want to seem like he's giving them favoritism, he does. It's his son, what do you expect? And he gives them a B, C, D... He gives them a C rank mission. I had to remember the ranks. Or escorting a bridge speech impediment. Escorting a bridge builder to the land of waves. When the bridge builder arrives, he shows respect to Naruto, unlike Canon, as Naruto isn't lacking, he isn't short, he's actually tall, he's not malnourished in this one. His dad makes sure he has all the requirements he needs. And Sasuke doesn't get called an emo brat. Sasuke is an emo. He has his dad, his mother, his older brother, his entire clan. Sasuke is similar to Naruto in his happiness. And of course they get told to escort the bridge builder, and so they do. As they're walking, Naruto notices a puddle. Sharingan's still activated, of course, as he sort of forgot to deactivate it, if I'm honest. And he sees the puddle, and he can sense chakra in that puddle. And he decides to ignore it, putting everyone to the test. And as the two sound village ninjas jump out the puddle, Sasuke gets ready to fight, and Naruto looking one of them in the eyes. Gets very bored and says, "Ugh, I wish you would just fight amongst yourself. I wish you would just deck your teammate right in the face." That's when the glow in one of the sound. Oh, what are they? As the glow in the sound ninja's eyes. Sorry, the glow in the sound ninja fight. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna hurt something. As the glow in the sound as a glow in one of the sound ninja's eyes fades. Oh my god. The glow in one of the sound ninja eyes fades. As he looks a bit lifeless, like he's being controlled. And he looks at their brothers, they're the demon brothers, and he swings full force and nails him in the chin. And then with his claws out, digs his claws into the person's stomach. Naruto's confused. He says, "What? Why did they turn on himself?" And Naruto says, What disregard for loyalty? What scumbag? He should just kill himself standing there." And that's what he does. He tears his own throat open. Naruto soon realizes that he controlled this person. Remember, he's the ultimate Uchiha. I told you he's going to get some abilities. And watching this, everyone throws up a little bit. Like, not everyone, I mean just Sakura. And that's when Zama's sword comes flying overhead. Naruto, of course, in this one, taking this as a challenge, he jumps up and grabs onto the blade. It actually pulls him back and spins him about. But it's fine. He places a flying Raja mark onto the blade. And he lets go of it just to swing to the ground and catch himself. That's when it happens. Zabuza, one of the legendary swordsmen, lands on the blade and says, "Interesting, they turn on each other. I wonder what happened." And he looks down to see Naruto, and he recognizes the eyes and says, "An Uchiha." And he sees the logo on the back of Sasuke, and he says, "Another Uchiha. But interesting, an Uchiha with bright blue eyes. No, you're the Golden Flash's son. I mean, the Yellow Flash of the Leaf. I don't think to get paid enough for this. I'm not going to start a war of the Leaf Village over a brat." And Naruto says, "Why, are you scared?" This ticks Zabuza off, and he says, "I don't care whose son you are. No one attempts to make fun of me and gets away with it." He lunges down at Naruto, but Kakashi intercepts it, as he cannot let Naruto get hurt or get seriously injured, as Minato would be on his case. But Zabuza is different from canon. Where there was no instability in the Leaf Village, he trained even harder, as the Leaf Village shinobi were strong, So he was put in a lot more dangerous situations. So he is a bit stronger than Canon. And with his blade intercepted, he puts all his weight on it, meaning Kakashi gets thrown off balance, and he spins around and roundhouse kicks Kakashi, knocking him out. Sakura has a mental breakdown, panicking, saying, "Oh no, our sensei, he was our only chance." This pisses Naruto off, and he runs and decks Sakura hard in the nose, knocking her out. Says, "I'm not in the mood for people to be whining." Anyway, let's get down to business, as he looks up as a dead in the eye. Other than that, guys, I hope you do enjoy it. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. And other than that, guys, peace out. Love.